What's going on, everybody? It's Rodney Ross with Limitless Real Estate. It is a beautiful day out here in Cobbs Creek. We are in front of a home that we are under contract to purchase, and I'm going to walk you through the numbers, show you the neighborhood, and then I'm going to go inside. So this one we're actually under contract to purchase for $82,000. Our rehab amount is going to be just around $60,000, and then we're going to be reselling it for around $200,000. We may decide to do a little bit less rehab and sell it for less, but we're going to figure that out, and I'll show you why. So I want to show you the block first. Part of what I love about this neighborhood is you have a lot of small blocks that have, this is probably the best block, the best place we bought in a while. Lots of yards that are taken care of, trees in the block, a lot of planters. You probably can't hear it on the camera, but there's birds chirping. And then we have I don't even know what this is. I don't know if it's a center or a pediatric center over here on the other end of the block. So really nice feel. We're right off Cobbs Creek Parkway. It's very convenient to get either to the airport or get back downtown on the subway. So I'm going to take you inside and show you what we're going to do. All right, we're in the foyer here in this house, and I'm going to highlight a couple of things here and then also all around the house, and it's the biggest reason why we bought this property. We've got a lot of original detail. I'm not one to actually notice this sometimes. It's more my partner Steph that notices and appreciates these things. But you've got a huge original door here. We've got a lot of original trim that's in great shape on both sides in this whole vestibule area, along with the tile that's down here. We bought properties that the tile is not in such great shape, and we've had to break it all off. But this is pretty much in perfect shape, and it's things like these that it's one of those components that like buyers will actually pay more for. So I'm going to show you the inside in our living room here. So you can see, before I turn you back around to the front, this property is going to be close to a full gut. It's not going to be a full rehab. There's a lot of walls we're going to be able to save, more on the second floor than this floor. But this was started on already. Like there's these new recessed lights here. The seller of this property, I believe they started on it. They were working on it over time, and then they just decided to sell and move on. So here's another, I love this living room because you notice all this trim. Like this is original wood trim with these original doors, which are hollow, and even the insides of the closets is in really good shape. And we've got this, fly flying in my eye. Got this throughout the whole house. And again, this window here, another feature that I think buyers are really going to appreciate, along with this door and the glass, which is a lot of times I feel like this glass may be stained, but this glass is in perfect shape. So we're going to try and leave it that way, and hopefully it doesn't get broken during the rehab. So this house is 3 beds, and right now it's 3 beds, 1 bathroom. We're going to be making it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. We're going to add the bathroom in the basement. So we actually recently purchased another house that's like very similar to this. Whoa. The cool thing, I like these layouts where you've got a nice living area in the front, and then you've got a side-by-side kitchen and dining area. So this dining area is like pretty cozy. We've got nice hardwood floors throughout this whole first floor that we're going to be able to keep. And we're just going to sand it and refinish it. We're probably going to take out this, one of the things, the original details that isn't so great is this little shelf here. There's radiator behind it. We're probably just going to rip the whole thing out and put central air in. But again, you're going to see here more original trim. Obviously this AC is going to disappear, and it's going to be a lot. We may actually put a ledge back and have a sitting area to preserve some of the original feel. So over here in this kitchen, we're going to be tearing apart most of this kitchen. I can see right now. I think we're going to keep the wall we have here in the front, put a counter on the wall, and then this all gets ripped out. The layout's probably going to stay mostly the same here. The one thing that we may move is this refrigerator because it makes the entrance into the basement really tight. And we're probably going to put the fridge in this extra little bonus. I don't know what I'd call it. I'd call it a mudroom from where I grew up. So we were debating keeping these radiators, but I think it's very risky, I think, to keep radiators because if some of the pipes that are somewhere we can't see are busted or cracked, then we're going to have issues. So I think we're going to rip all these radiators out, go with central air. One other cool part that I didn't realize about this kitchen until we were under contract is I thought that this was just a blank they just built this as a non-cabinet, just a space to put your microwave on or whatever. This is actually a cutout of the house, and down in the basement, there's another door that goes up. We're going to be turning that door into an egress window, so I'll show you that when we get down there. It's a little dark in this back area, but you can see we've got, call it a mud room, whatever you want to call it, with just enough space. We're probably going to put the fridge right here. We may pay a little bit more and go for like, this, your typical fridge is going to come like right here, which would make it uncomfortable, so we may pay a little more for a fridge that's more set in. And then we've got a lot of height here, so we may be able to put another cabinet up at the top above the fridge. So out back, got a nice, relatively clean backyard. Whoa, with flying squirrels that are afraid of cameras. This is the one thing we're probably gonna have to remove here. This is a giant tree, but I think getting it through, if they cut it right, hopefully it's not too bad to get it out of here. I hope they can take parts of this tree through the alley there. If not, they might charge us a little bit more. I think they'll be taking it through the house. So again, you can see everything is clean here. They already, I believe the sellers may have installed a couple new windows here. Like this window looks newer. Looks like they kept the little iron grate. Maybe they did it, maybe they didn't. I think the person who owns this house has owned it for a couple years. Same thing with this Tyvek. I guess they were gonna do something with this. We may have to redo this step here. Now you can see what I just mentioned about this weird little door, which is, I mean, too short for someone like me to actually step through. I don't think I've seen this yet, a door this size. So we're gonna keep the same opening and probably cut it off maybe right here and just make a big egress window with a couple of rungs that you step up like a ladder. So I think it's gonna turn out real nice after we're done with it. So you take the inside, and then let's actually go upstairs before we go downstairs. So again, with the detail, this handrail, it's gonna need there's a couple rungs loose here, but overall, it doesn't rock a lot. Hopefully they can tighten it up a little bit, but most of the original detail, I think we're gonna be able to preserve here. And I think all this is gonna add up to hopefully a buyer wanting to pay a little more for this house because it doesn't look like all the other plain Jane rehabs in the neighborhood. So again, we've got, hopefully we'll be able to keep these original doors here. We've got two rear bedrooms here side by side, which a lot of these houses are. And the last house that we bought, the closet was like micro, not even deep enough for a hanger. This one, I'm happy to see that we have a real closet with some real ceiling height, so we can get a nice shelf here and then have someone actually be able to put clothes in there, because we did not have that in the last one. So the second bedroom is bigger than the one we just walked in. Same kind of story, except this one doesn't have a closet. Actually, I'm sorry, it does have a closet right behind the door, the entrance door. So again, it's probably gonna be used as a kid's room or an office. A lot of the walls need to be, we may be taking off a lot of this lath. Looks like they took the door off. I don't even know if this is a closet door. I don't know why they'd have a closet door with a window in it, but maybe we can use some of these doors somewhere else. You can see there's a closet here. So in the bathroom here, very cool, little quirky bathroom. There's a couple things that I like about it. The first thing I like is we have exposed brick, which we're gonna do our best to keep at least this much, I think, and maybe put drywall on this side and then put shelving here. The other thing that's weird about this bathroom is, and maybe the sellers were gonna close it in, but there's a door to the bedroom here, a second entrance. I think we're actually going to keep this door because it's a nice original detail, and just really keep the layout of everything in this bathroom. New toilet, new appliances, or new toilet and new vanity, maybe a new tub if we can't save it, and we're gonna keep the skylight too. So lastly, the master bed here, very decent size, real wide. I think it's gonna end up real nice because you have a lot of light. Right now it's about 4 o'clock. So you've got nice light coming in from the west, I guess. You got a nice closet on this side, and then there's the other side. There's the other side of the door here, which you can't really open because the rug's in the way. But hopefully we can clean up this mirror and it doesn't look all wild. And we're gonna close off that transom window. I think that would be weird for someone to, I don't know, have light be coming in their bedroom if someone else is going to the bathroom. So I'm gonna take you down to the basement. Maybe we'll speed up the video. Oh, I forgot to highlight one thing. I think we missed this closet. I think this is pretty cool. I don't know what you do with it. I don't know if you make it a pantry. Like, again, I'm like surprised that this house is probably real old, like 80 years old, 60 years old, however old it is. Like, this is real nice original detail to have with all the cabinets intact and the door perfectly intact. I think people are really gonna like this. I would call it a pantry. So we may not need to actually put a separate pantry cabinet. We're just gonna save us some space here. So you have a real tight entrance to this basement. People like me aren't gonna be hanging out down here because we get knocked out walking down the stairs. So it's gonna be fun to see this once it's over because the basement doesn't look like much right now. Ceiling height's not bad. I think as long as you have, I'm 6'4", so as long as you got about 6'6" clearance, it's just barely enough. Basically, the one thing that's probably gonna stay here is this closet where the water heater and the heater is at, or this is a boiler. We're probably gonna change that and put the forced air unit in there, closet this off, and then basically keep the rest of it. We're gonna keep the electric panel here along with the meter. And then this is going to be kept, this is just, and the only real unfinished space I think there's gonna be, so we're probably gonna open these walls up because you need to have access to the main stack. This looks like, I don't even know what this is, what line this is, but I don't know where our water service line here is. Maybe it's on the other side. So we're gonna be finishing, at this point, the plan is to finish the whole thing, open this all up. This is gonna be a nice living area, this whole room. And then in the back here, we're gonna have the bedroom. And we're probably gonna keep the same layout that's here, where you're gonna have the hallway, I guess you call it. That's the door that we saw from outside. So you're gonna be able to exit and have your egress there. And then you're gonna walk in here and all the walls will be closed. And then this will be a bedroom. Now walking in here again, I feel like we may actually make this bigger. Maybe we'll just close the whole, this is the back of the basement. We may just honestly close the whole thing off and then the bedroom has the egress window to itself. I'm thinking that may be a better idea, especially if we have a couple of low parts coming in and there's not a lot of head clearance. I think we're gonna need that extra room, but this will be a nice, real finished space. And you know what? It will technically be a 4-bedroom. I'm gonna correct myself here because we're gonna put, and I forgot about this because we only really just have been thinking about this in the past couple of days. If we put a bedroom here, we're gonna need the second full bathroom, which is gonna be in this corner, not the utility closet that we were thinking. So we'll have a full bath. It'll be a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It may sell for more than $200,000 if we get lucky. Trying to keep the numbers conservative just in case the market changes, which we are in fall 2020 and it may change. So thanks for watching. Tune in to our next videos if you like what you're seeing here, and don't forget to hit the like button, the heart, whatever you're watching on. And I'll see you on the next one.